Oh, and Moody's toilet, by the way, the reason I brought him up is because the poor boy had to take another L, or as Jesse P.S. called it, total non-tent death. He's getting kind of desperate because we're kind of past our darkest days. And then we have this, the legal stuff is coming to an end in a way that I would describe as beneficial. And also he made all these bold predictions, and his people made these bold predictions, and they turned out to be lies, incorrect, wrong, not true. Another win for the toe. But they should be used to that by now because they take all kinds of L's. So then they tease like the biggest thing ever because they're like Carl and him and the puppet. They're desperate to shed the L of the legal thing. But you're not going to. Tell you what you got to do is take the L and move on. They can't do it. They're still butthurt. They're still bitter. They're still upset about it. So what they did was they said, this is going to be this is finally going to turn it all around. And their big reveal, the radio company that Aaron doesn't talk to, that Aaron hates, that hates him. Ouch, boys. Ouch. They're like, do you know Town Square hates Aaron? It's like all my fans of the last 10 years would be like, yes, Aaron hates Town Square and Town Square hates Aaron. That's great. Hey, great job, boys. Definitely, totally, definitely not running out of ideas. Oof. Boy, is that rough. I think that Town Square's still a little bitter because we kicked the shit out of the Revs so hard they had to change formats. They were not happy. Plus, we've with them a lot. I get it. A lot of people lost their jobs because Steel Toe kicked the shit out of them. I understand. Like if Town Square, look, I've always thought Town Square was the poorest run company out of all of them in St. Cloud. And they always thought I was the biggest dickhead. So it kind of works. But I did see that the Melton fans are still coping about it. Melton and his boys are still coping about it. I understand. Like, I get it. I don't feel any ill will. I mean, if I had to take L's as hard as they have lately, and if my whole thing was just obsessing over me, I'd be desperate too. So, sorry if you're a Melton fan in here tonight, but before I got on here, and I wish I hadn't seen it, but it was just in my Twitter stuff. Apparently, Ethan Ralph was doing a stream, and Ethan is supposed to be sober now, but I guess he's had multiple drug/booze meltdowns since then. He was on his stream, and I guess he was going after Andy Worski. And Andy Worski and Ralph go way back, and they have beef. And while he was doing that anti-Andy Worski stream, he put up his browser, and on his browser was looking up STD treatments. Which, you know how I say there's show life and then there's real life? So if there's show life and there's real life, when you're in show life, when you're ready to do a show, do not bring up your real life shit on your browser. Like if it's showtime, put show stuff out there. If it's getting STD treatment time, then you put your STD treatment stuff up there. Don't put it in there. Don't put it in there when everybody can see it. And then it got out there, and then he privated it, and he deleted it, which is also a bad idea. What you got to do after that is you got to have a sense of humor about it. You know, when you struggle against it, like when see what we just did with Melton here? You just dismiss him. You go, really? They shared a secret that we've all known about for a decade? That's rough. That's what you do. So he got all mad. He privated the stream. And then he goes, no, I was looking up STD screenings because that's what you're supposed to do regularly. You're supposed to regularly get tested for STDs. And I was like, yeah, if you're like, raw dogging third world hookers, sure. Like, I don't think if you're in a relationship or whatever, I don't think you need to go, I don't think there's any secret that you're probably clean. I mean, if you're not, then one of you's got some explaining to do, or both, in my case, typically. But looking up the STD things, not good. Not good. And once they figure it out, don't like then try to explain it away and then hide it. Laugh it off. Ha ha. We move on to the next thing. The world has a very short, memory. And the people who are going to shit on you for it are people who are going to shit on you for it anyway. So just look, you got a dirty dick. Own it. Like, this is kind of like the Harry Sisson thing. Ethan Ralph doesn't need to panic. Everyone is probably shocked that he got any. So the fact that he's getting an STD test for most of us would be like when Harry Sisson got caught texting all those chicks. We were like, wow, the kid's not gay. All right, another L for the toe. But, I mean, if you're going to try and push back against everyone after you got caught, like, people didn't make up a rumor that you were getting STD treatments. You showed it on the screen. Own it. Roll with it. Stevie Lou's in the chat right now. Stevie Lou, that's how James Toney did it for years. He rolled with it. Just rolled those shoulders. That's all James Toney did. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Moody's toilet. He says it's not an obsession. Okay. All right. Sure, kid. It's not. Right. You just come to me. You obsess over me. When I'm right and I win and all these people get super, super desperate, you just still tell yourself a story and cling to it. But hey, it's not an obsession. Again, here's what I need you to do, sweetheart. Just keep telling yourself that. One day, it's all going to come true. Sorry, I like with these guys because I don't think they ever, I don't know if they have a lot of interpersonal relationships in their real life because I think this guy actually believes he's telling the truth. I do. No, Seamus, I don't think it's the real. Again, you see the IQ gap here with these people? It's difficult. You know what? I'll bring little blocks with letters on them next time. Yeah, see, comfortably numb just with the laugh. Yeah, isn't it hilarious? It's crazy. It's insanity. It's like you try to break it down in the simplest terms you can, and they still go, that's not that guy. You know what? Never mind. It's fine. It's fine. Don't. Here, I'll tell you what my mistake was in that whole thing. I thought they were a grown-up, and I tried explaining it to them in that way. But once again, that is my failure. Very sad news, guys, as we get on to something else. I'm sorry for that opening rant. It's just that I was thinking about this today. I was like, every members-only show, I feel like I owe the Clippers something. And I got to give the Clippers something. So I thought that was a good one to give them today. Jonesy Bot 5,000. I think this is the best way to describe those two currently. He says, Jonesy Bot says, Rees are going to tard.